Hey, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is all going to be about Wagoneers. This is a 1988 Grand Wagoneer. Now this is not ours. Ours is actually over there in the other shop, but this is my buddy Ray's. He lives down the street, and yes, there are two Grand Wagoneers in the same neighborhood. It is fantastic. We always have to wait when they go by. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys exactly what it is about this 88 that I love so much. One, it is in such a fantastic condition. We're going to show you there. The smog is still left on it. Everything is there. It's just like it came straight out of 1988. Ray came to me the other day and said that he had a couple little small issues. Father's Day is coming up soon, and he would ask if I can actually take a look at it. One of them being a window regulator. But before we get to that, I want to take you a quick once around of this thing and show you how beautiful this thing is. It's ridiculous. Come on. All right, so we are underneath the hood, and it looks like the only thing they really did, they did put an aftermarket radiator in. This is an aluminum radiator, and it actually cools it off pretty well, but everything else is completely stock. The AC works, and it works great. So I do applaud them for that, but everything else, vacuum hoses, the only thing is missing is maybe the air inlet for the cold air. But other than that, it is completely stock. It is fantastic. But hey, check a look at this. All right, that's the engine side, which I'm always excited about the mechanical side, but you gotta look at the inside. Wow. All right, so all of the seats are in great condition. They even made a little bit center console basket here, which is actually made out of a basket. That's awesome. You got floor mats. I mean, everything is original. The headliner. Look at the headliner. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's crazy. I have yet to find any rust on it. I haven't really looked underneath, but I might do that here later. Back seat. Pristine. Just needs a little bit of vacuum, but other than that, it is great. They even put a blanket there just for their passengers, maybe because the air conditioning works so well. But that's not it. We got the back. It has all of the original trim. They put a little basket back there. And pretty much everything works. I mean, this thing is in fantastic condition. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what we're here to do today. Well, this window right here, as soon as it tries to go down, then it stops and it sounds like it's grinding, so something's not lined up here in the door. It could be the regulator, it could be the motor, it could be a lot of different things. But what we're going to do is actually take all of these little components off and get inside this door and figure out what it's all about. It's been a while since I've taken one of these apart, so it might take us a few seconds. But I'll take some of the obvious stuff off and then we'll work our way from there. All right, and get some tools. Be right back. All right, got the door card off, and man, this thing is still in great shape. It did have a little bit of water damage in there, but it's not as bad that you would think for being so old. Now, a couple different things that you need to look out for. One, make sure you got the right tools. Now, I got this little guy, which is basically it takes off panels. Now, if you look right here, these little tabs, they're in really good shape. They're actually in the door card, but this is just cardboard. If you just start prying on those things, it's going to pull out. That's why the tool comes in. You kind of get it right there in the center. Boom, you pop it out, and you don't hurt it. But yeah, check out some of the other goodies in here. All right, this is a 1988. And look at this. It still has the plastic on it. That is ridiculous. Okay, we're going to go ahead and carefully take this off because we want to put it back on because we don't want to have water and whatever come down through the window and can actually come into the vehicle. It says, but in order, other things to actually get this door card off, there was like 4 screws along the bottom. You got 2 screws right here on the side to where the up and down. So yeah, you got little tabs that I just showed you. Use the proper tool for that. There's also an Allen, which was 532s. The door handle, the door opener, to open up the door. But just make sure you put all your parts in one spot. All right, I'm gonna carefully take this off so we can actually get back in here and look at the regulator and see what is wrong with it. So if you look right inside there, see if I can see it. There we go. All right. See if you can see the problem. Yep, that will be it. So it kind of runs this little trail. Let's see if I can go up and down with it. All right. So what we need to do is get a new piece of plastic here. So hopefully we don't have to buy the whole regulator, but we will do some research, see what we can find. Because now I got to look at actually how you get this thing out. Let me do some research and get back with you. Alright, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news is I found the part. Bad news is it's not going to get here until next week. Now here's the problem. Mr. Ray needs to have this for Father's Day because he's got a bunch of company coming in, and obviously they want to ride in luxury in the Grand Wagoneer. So what we're going to do to help Mr. Ray out is actually take apart this 89 Grand Wagoneer in order to salvage the part that we're going to need to actually fix this and have it done and ready for him before Father's Day. Alright, so I got some more good news and more bad news. Good news is I was able to get the regulator out of the 89 Grand Wagoneer. But it looks like during the years of 88 and 89, they changed everything. So this is basically what came out of mine. And the window sits here, it comes down and it sits about down here on the bumper. But it's more of a screw-driven type of apparatus that actually brings it up and down. Not like this one. So I took the one out of there. I'm just going to take the whole regulator off. I'll show you how to do that. And pull that out, put that one in, make it work at least for the weekend. And then whenever the part comes in, maybe we'll come back and we'll swap the whole thing. Why not? And if I forget how to do it, I'll just watch a video. It's the greatest thing about videos. Alright, so this is the old one that was in there. As you can see, that piece is broken. Because that piece is connected to that piece, which actually holds onto the window and actually goes up and down. Now on this particular one, slightly different configuration, slightly different design, but hey, it works, it goes up and down. But this is how we did. So we got them, let's go down. All right, so you have a bolt right there. It's about a 3/8. And yes, it's a different size on this one than it is on the other one. I don't know. Anyway, but there's two of those. So if you go all the way down, and if you look right in there, boom, there's the other one. So you have that actually hooks the regulator up to the window itself. Now, as far as shimmying everything in there, that was actually pretty easy. It was harder to get the other one out than it was to put this one in. That's probably the reason why they upgraded in 98. I'm sorry, 89. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. To this new regulator type, so it works a little bit better, I think. But hey, Mr. Ray's gonna have a working window for his family to come in here. Let's go ahead and put the speaker back in, put the little bar back in, put all this stuff back in, and then I'm gonna wash my hands because I don't want to get that door card nasty because it is in pristine condition. Good job, Mr. Ray. All right, we'll put all the stuff in and get this guy ready to go. Give me a few days or a week or so in order to get the parts, and we'll come back and finish this video. All for you. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Later. Hey, it's been about a week or two, but we are back, and guess what? We got parts. So here you go with the old one. As you can see, it's broke. Not gonna use that anymore. So I've already installed the new one, and basically all you did was run it down the track, down the end. Lube it very, very, very well. Now, most people use some white lithium grease. Big fan of that. It does get everywhere, but hey, this is grease. It's going to get everywhere anyway. But what I used was actually a something equivalent to white lithium grease. So this should be good for years and years and years and years to come. And basically all it really does is sit up on this little gear and it moves the window up and down. So Mr. Ray this past week used this thing with his family and they loved it, and that is awesome because that's why we did it. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and tear the door back apart, and then we're gonna go and put put ours back on ours and put his back in his. Be right back. Yeah, it's finished. All right, so basically we were right where we left off earlier. We got the speaker out, we got the bracket off, everything is out, and actually mine is in good working order. So now we're back onto this. Now while you're in here, it's a good idea to go ahead and lubricate all your connections. So lubricate your actuators. This is probably for your door lock. So make sure that is nice and lubed. Anything else, anything that actually is metal, make sure it gets lubed. White lithium grease is your friend. That, and it's going to be on the inside of the door, so it shouldn't make so much of a mess. But anyway, let's go get the part, go ahead and throw it in, and get this thing out of here because I have another project coming. All right, so we have the fixture all the way inside. Make sure that it is on this side of the window. I didn't have it up there. I had it on the other side of the window, and I couldn't get this top one to line up because I was leaning against the window and it did not work. So, some things that we need to do is make sure your wires are completely and utterly out of the way. Make sure that it is pinned up out of the way so that it does not get caught on anything. Now, I do have all my screws in, but they're all loose because you want to be able to line everything up. Now, if you look on the side of the, if you look right next to the screw holes, you can see where it was before from the indentations. You can just try to line it up with that. Now, don't forget, on a 89, all you have to worry about is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this is an 88, and it has the plastic thing that just broke. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, once you have them all in there, go ahead and grab your, what is this, a T25, and go ahead and tighten them down. A little bit of advice, do not use one of these. I kind of use these to get screws out, but I don't like using them to put screws in because they strip, and you don't really have that much control over it. So, make sure everything's lined up and tighten it down. All right, so there's 2 screws holding the window up, and what you need to do is line it up. You got 1 hole here, and you're gonna have 1 hole here. Go ahead and lower it down until you can see them from there. All right, so you got your bracket right down there. Sorry, you gotta hold I need like 5 hands here. All right, there's your bracket that's gonna hold the window in. And then, if you look right through the hole, maybe, see my finger? There you go. Now we're all lined up and we can actually lower the window and actually put our screws in. All right, that's in, it's working. Make sure you lube your tracks on both sides just to keep things moving along the way it should. And now just put everything back together. All right, we're almost ready to put the door card back on. Make sure your plastic is in good shape. But before you do that, make sure you have your little inner brace. All right, we're ready to put the rest of it up there. Just make sure that the plastic is up there. I did put a little bit of tape up here just because the glue is a little tired, but it's all right. All right, looks like we're ready for the door card. Now, one thing that you always have to remember when you actually putting these things in there are these little little plastic knobs and the metal ones. Make sure that they are in there and they are secure, and be careful and do not break them. So, let's line this baby up. Now get your 4 screws that goes along the bottom of the door. Very important. Big handle, just 2 screws. Make sure they get lined up in the slot. Now, you got 2 tabs, one there and one there. Goes right on the bottom of the handle, slides right up. All right, everything is set up. The window works beautifully. All of the accessories, the door card, everything is in. The radio works. Always check all the electricals when you're actually digging into the door. Now, take a look at this thing and see the action on this thing. Now that is definitely a job well done. Now we have some other things in store for this beautiful fine steed from Mr. Ray. We're going to try to do a little bit of a tune-up. We'll do that in a different video. And also the neutral safety switch seems to be acting up, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that as well. Once we actually get that diagnosed, maybe we'll shoot another video so in case this happens to you, you can actually diagnose it and actually fix it yourself. So anyway, until next time, you guys take it easy, have fun. Don't forget to check out our other sister channel of 5 Lakes ODL. Put a link down below. And actually look at all the other videos. We're running about 200 videos in this channel now. We got plenty for you to choose from. And go ahead and take a look at it and see you might like something. I don't know. If you like Wagoneers, we got it. If you like trucks, if you like cooking, whatever, it's on the channel. So take a look at that and come back and see us sometime soon. But until then, even though we have beautiful air conditioning in this truck, we're going to be able to roll down the windows. Put your arm out. It was beautiful today. I actually took ours out to go get ice cream this evening with the Cub Scouts. Or Boy Scouts, sorry. My bad. Anyway, you guys take it easy, have fun, and keep riding. Later.